Happy Sunday, everybody. Yes, I am here with you, and you are here with me, Kiara the Voice, and we are joined here together in the most magical place in Chiang Mai, Thailand, at my girl Gabby's art studio and new amazing home. Thank you so much, my love, for letting me use your space to convey my love to everybody who I come into contact with, guys. Wow. Today, this Sunday has been filled with so much energy, so many new awakenings, so many new realizations, and I believe the biggest one that I am coming to know and own and truly understand and begin to embody is that with each and every new day, with each and every new rising, it is truly an opportunity to begin with a fresh, clean slate. I know we hear this all of the time, and I know that I've been advocating that, your breath is a constant reminder that you are always giving and receiving, that life is always about giving and receiving. And it is truly apparent to me now that it's a fun thing to say, but it's truly a blessing when you begin to embody that thought. And so being here, traveling, exploring, and meeting so many new amazing people from all over the world, I can see how even though when we change our environment, it still becomes hard to change our mindset, because we have attachments to certain things and we feel as though we need to operate in certain ways, but doing the same thing repeatedly and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And we're not on this earth to remain in a place of insanity and remain in a place of stagnation that doesn't allow us to grow. We truly have to continuously be open to the messages, continuously be open to the teachings, and then embody those messages and embody those teachers and walk in purpose each and every day, remembering that this time, with this breath, with this new opening of our eyes, is truly an opportunity to start anew. So no matter what it is you may have said, no matter what it is you may have done in the previous moment prior to the one that we call this present moment here and now, there is nothing that you should bring into each and every new moment from the past, because that was simply to teach you and demonstrate to you something that you are supposed to be discovering within yourself. Something that you are overcoming within this lifetime, that you are cycling through, and it's supposed to enable you to grow a new limb, a new extension of yourself, and a new way in which you can operate within this universe, giving and sharing your divine love. Today, I had a moment where most of my day was actually spent with a very, very, very intense headache. I did not know what to do, nor did I know how to fully communicate with those around me what it was that I needed, but I watched how each and every time I let my guard down from feeling as though I had to be the energy giver and the energy goddess that I know that I am, and provide the heightened feeling of the moment that we were all experiencing, and be able to be on the receiving end, how people were so much more willing to actually give what they knew that they could give, from a simple massage on the head to a cool and warm compress on the back of the neck, just giving me, enabling me to be on the receiving end of what that is, this thing called love, this thing that I feel so sometimes burdened with having to shell out without knowing how to give it back to myself. In this journey here to Thailand, this journey of traveling alone, is for me to learn how to fuel myself, and I am realizing that I am everything and nothing at the same time. So sometimes I have to tap into that nothingness that I am in order for someone to understand and see that they can come and water this garden so that I can sprout and grow and become everything, giving them more vibrancy in their life, fulfilling them for fulfilling me in this type of of exchange is the exchange that we need to all get to as a people, knowing when to step up, knowing when to step down, knowing when we are doing too much and when we are doing nothing at all. It's all equal. Sometimes when I try to find a space of peace and solace, I feel as though I'm neglecting the whole. Feeling though I'm outside of the whole. How could I be neglecting the whole if I am a part of the whole that is us, that is one? It's something that I'm just now really starting to discover and just now really starting to truly understand and be able to articulate more often than not. I cannot find the words to describe the ways that I feel, and I am so fortunate to be able to receive so much light, so much enlightenment, so much knowledge from all of those around me who have been fortunate enough to take the time out to learn themselves and their space within this universe and understand that we all have a divine purpose that stems from something ancient that we cannot put into words, especially with this English language that we speak that is so farly rooted and dismantled from the core of who we are and from the actual sound that comes from this earth. We are beyond words themselves. In the words in which we speak more often than not in our language, I'm talking about the English language, are not filled with meaning. Therefore, they require you to give them purpose. And we have been so loose with the words that we're using, not having meaning behind them, just shelling them out and making us basically disregard or really, I'm losing the word, really lose the texture and the meat and the value in which these statements that we speak to each other truly mean. Do you know what love is? Have you felt it for yourself, or do you just use it as a way to make people think that they should be able to accept you, think that they should be able to receive you, think that they should be able to listen to you, to count on you? Then love becomes a burden for not that person who you're trying to give it to, but for you, in order to give it in this divine highlight that now they've placed so much power behind, because they don't give themselves the time to figure out what love is for themselves. Have you given yourself some time to love you lately? I was having a whole moment in my room the other day, really just crying to myself, really understanding that I've really dedicated a full month to learning how to love myself. And how fortunate I am for being willing enough to separate myself from everything that I know, from everything that is true to me, from everything that I love, and give myself a piece of solitude so that I could truly see me. About 4 years ago, I shaved off all of my locks because I didn't feel like people could see me, and they kept having these attachments to my image and placing me in certain regards based on the way that I looked, and it was hurting and it was eating away at my soul and how I felt about myself. So I needed to see me again, so I shaved it off. And it's been years that I've been looking like this and feeling like this and floating like this. And this past year has been so tumultuous for me to figure out who I am and what it is that I am doing with this energy that I'm containing in this vessel. What it is that I'm really, truly trying to give to the universe so that I can receive what it is that is necessary for me to expel all that I have and share all that I have with you. But I've been feeling so drained, draining myself by yelling and projecting onto people who aren't really looking to do the inner work themselves, but looking to come to me just so that they can receive what they need in those present moments, then circling back and taking from me, extracting from me again, then circling back and taking from me, extracting from me again. That is not my goal. I am not a corporation looking to be milked at the teat for each and every bit of nutrients that I have. That is not me. I am not a cow being hurdled in this farm that is just used for your growth. feeding your ego. I want you to grow internally like I am growing internally. I want you to feel what it feels like to love yourself. So I ask you again, when is the last time you've given yourself a moment, a day, a week, a month, a year to know who the fuck you are? Who are you? Who are you without everybody else around you, without them, without who you've been raised with? Who are you on your own planet, besides your name, beyond your name, beyond your attachments to the things that you have around you and been able to place outside of yourself? Who are you? Give yourself that time to discover who you are. Give yourself that time to understand who you are and where you come from and what it is that your soul is dying to share with the rest of the world. Then operate from that place and that place only moving forward. Tomorrow is not always promised. So when we are given a new day to see, to smell, to hear, to taste, to talk, to listen, to receive, and to give, do not bring those things from the past that are dragging you back along with you into your new day, for that is only going to eat away at your insides, causing your time in this present moment to be shortened and stagnant and unnecessary and constantly weaving to find a space in which it can be received at its highest value. But it can never be received at its highest value if you don't value yourself on your highest level. You need to value you first. And I understand truly that there are so many distractions in this universe that are placing your attachments to things outside of you, and I am not faulting you for that. I am simply here to remind you that you are not a player in a game that has already been decided for you. You are so much more than that. That systematically in any society, wherever you are watching this video from, you have been programmed to live within the confines of what somebody else believes is right for you. So all of this tension you feel like you should be breaking through and breaking free from, it is right. You will not understand where your breakthrough is going to come if you keep trying to bring everything with you, is what I'm trying to convey. You have to do the hard part. You have to do the work and release your attachment and actually begin to be a receiver of all of the knowledge that you and your ancestors and your spirit has placed time and time before you in terms of ancient times, and left here as clues for you to remember and tap into your power, to tap into your divinity, to tap into your reason for living, to tap into your reason for existing, to tap into the greatness that is you. We are all light star beings. Everything coming from outside of this planet. You are the same that makes up the stars above. And I know you know this one: as above, so below. So believe in that twinkle that you see in that moon, that you see in that star that shines brightly down on you, reminding you of your greatness, reflecting your infinite ability to shine in the darkest of darkest places. Never forget, you are everything, and nothing at all. So it is okay to tap into that nothingness and become that receiver, to be that sponge to soak up the information, to not be the smartest one in the room, because that is when you know you are growing. To bring together your own understandings of this divine making of our being and live by that truth and that truth only, because there is only one truth. It's yours. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, moon, the stars, the entire Milky Way galaxy to me. And as I enter into this final week in Thailand, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for receiving me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for giving to me, for holding me at the highest point in your mind, for allowing me to have this time or see this time or seek this time or create this time and space for myself to grow within myself so that I can be more of my own truth, not being swayed by things and attachments that I've had just because I don't want to hurt anybody else. We're all growing on different speeds, and that's okay as well. Enjoy your journey. Embrace your journey. Your current circumstance is simply your current circumstance, and you are constantly breaking through. You are never going to peak until you reach that time of ascension in which, whatever that means for you, you go on into the next life. You become a star in the sky. You join your spirit where it once was, on Sirius, or Set, or Det, in order for you to shine brightly and reincarnate once again to bring out greatness. For that is what I believe will happen to my spirit as I grow continuously ascending to my highest self, reaching out beyond this universe, tapping into the unknown that is truly known within here, within my core, tapping into that and resurging back so that I can help bring us each and every time my spirit returns to a fuller knowing of ourselves. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, moon, stars, the entire Milky Way galaxy and beyond to me. And I will continue to give you love so long as you continue to receive and give back and reflect back and be my divine reflection of where I am headed.